Well, hello everyone, sports fans and hockey fans. This is Calvin X Baker TV here. So, have some news to share, some hockey news, uh, as well. NHL free agency is underway, and the St. Louis Blues have already made a couple of changes to our roster, both free agency and also a couple trades. Uh, as we recently traded away forward Kevin Hayes to the Pittsburgh Penguins for a draft pick in 2025, and Kevin Hayes, who spent his lone season last year with the Blues, and it was an okay season for Kevin Hayes, previously with the Rangers, Flyers, and Jets. Before that, he had been an All-Star, I believe, with the Flyers. So, and and of course the Florida Panthers, Stanley Cup champions, winning against the Edmonton Oilers. What a Stanley Cup that was, with the Oilers down 3-0 in the series and forcing a Game 7 and nearly coming all the way back from being down 3-0. And although the Oilers lost the series, Connor McDavid was named the Conn Smythe award winner as the MVP of the playoffs. And I mean, personally, I kind of think that award should go to a team that won the Stanley Cup, but still, you look at his numbers and they were like mind-blowing numbers. One of the best playoffs stats ever. And so Florida Panthers won their first ever Stanley Cup. Actually, former Blue Vladimir Tarasenko, now a two-time Cup champion. So congrats to him. And there's been a number of notable names that'll be on new teams this upcoming season, including probably the biggest name, Steven Stamkos, longtime member of the Tampa Bay Lightning, now with the Blues rivals, the Nashville Predators. And the Predators have made a number of moves. They also picked up former Vegas Golden Knight Jonathan Marchessault, and defenseman formerly with Carolina Brady Shea. So they've been probably the busiest team this offseason, or in terms of free agency. And the Blues also made another trade just yesterday, actually. We acquired forward Radek Faksa from the Dallas Stars. We also acquired in a separate trade from the Ottawa Senators, Matthew Joseph. Separate trades. Faksa, who spent his entire career with Dallas, we've seen him, quite a bit, has exactly 200 points in over 600 games. Only 20 points last season with the Stars, who made it to the conference finals, losing to the Oilers. Was a first round pick in 2012. And Matthew Joseph, who had an NHL career best 35 points last season, formerly with the Tampa Bay Lightning, won a Stanley Cup with them in 2020. So, and we also got a third round pick in next year's draft from Ottawa in the trade as well. So, also two trades to acquire two players, Radek Faksa and Matthew Joseph. We also extended Kasperi Kapanen to a one-year deal, re-signed him, and extended Pavel Buchnevich to a 6-year contract extension, so that could keep him in St. Louis through the 2030 season. And we also picked up Pierre-Olivier Joseph, who ironically is the brother of Matthew Joseph, who we just acquired in the trade. So he could see a pair of brothers on the Blues. So And also the schedule for next season, the entire schedule was released as well. The season will start on Tuesday, October 8th, against the Seattle Kraken on the road for the Blues. First 3 games will be on the road and on the West Coast. After playing Seattle, we'll then play at the San Jose Sharks on Thursday, October 10th. The Sharks, who had the number 1 pick in this year's draft, which was last weekend. And then our first road trip will cap off facing the Vegas Golden Knights the day after, Friday the 11th of October. And then our home opener is Tuesday, October 15th against our rival Minnesota Wild. And there will be a first of a 4-game homestand. And probably our most notable game, an anticipated game, will be the Winter Classic, which will be on New Year's Eve. Normally, it's been almost always on New Year's Day, but this time it's on New Year's Eve, which falls on a Tuesday. It'll be at Wrigley Field, the Blues and the Blackhawks, so that should be pretty cool. And yeah, and we'll be playing quite a bit of weekend games. We'll be playing the Saturday after Thanksgiving, November 30th, at home against the Philadelphia Flyers, as well as that Monday and Wednesday before Thanksgiving against New York Rangers and New Jersey Devils. We'll be home right before the Winter Classic after Christmas against Nashville and Buffalo. And for the first time ever, we will be playing the newly named Utah Hockey Club, formerly the Arizona Coyotes, who relocated to Salt Lake City, Utah. We will be playing Utah for the first time Thursday, November 7th. That's at home, and then playing in Utah for the first time ever on February 2nd. And in February, there will actually be a long break, like a 10-day break around the entire NHL for a Four Nations face-off. So that's why. And yeah, so we will only have 2 road games the entire month of February. And then we'll close out the season, the final regular season game, Tuesday, April 15th, against the Utah Hockey Club. So, and ironically, our final road game of the season is also against Seattle, who we will open up the season against. So, yeah, so, interesting schedule. We have quite a few sets of back-to-back this upcoming season. So, yeah, definitely looking forward to this season with Drew Bannister being the full-time head coach for the Blues, as after the season ended, he was promoted to full-time coach after being the interim coach in December and for the rest of last season. So, yeah, the Blues will face the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers Friday, December 20th on the road, and then in St. Louis on Thursday, February 6th. So, yeah. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about these moves that the Blues have made, trading away Kevin Hayes and extending Pavel Buchnevich and acquiring 2 players in a trade. So, and also, let me know what you guys think about the Florida Panthers winning the Stanley Cup, even though they nearly blew a 3-0 series lead, which would have been pretty surreal if the Oilers actually came back. They nearly did. So, anyway, that's about all. So thank you much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. and I'll see you guys next time.